Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to show you how to use a shop in your descent quests created in the Valkyrie editor. For this I have created a little demo which I will show you now. The demo has description text all over it, and it would be enough to understand the shop system of Valkyrie, but I will go into the details in this video too. So as always, we start with an event which has a start trigger. And the important stuff in this event is that we have to set 5 different variables which are important for using the shop. The most important variable is the variable fame, because fame is used to determine which items can be shown in the shop and which items the users can buy in the shop. So I'm setting the fame here to 2 as a first value, and those different fame variables here are used to determine which specific items the heroes can find in the shop. So for example, there are items which need a fame level of heroic or a fame level of legendary. And this means that those items would only appear if the fame would be increased to 8 or 10 in this case. So if you want to use the shop in your missions, you should always set those 5 variables first. And then afterwards you have to open the shop in an event. So in this demo, I have created a token, and this token contains an event called show shop. And when the user uses this event by clicking at the button, the shop is opened by adding items to the shop. Those items have to be created first. So for this video, I'm going to change this queue item 4 here now and add another item. So I'll remove it and use the add components functionality to add a new item now. So I'm going to go to new queue item. Okay, so the important thing here is we need to set the pool trades to get a random item. We could now use one of these trade categories here to add an item, but we don't care which type of item is added, so we only add the Act 1 item type. So this means this item will be an item of Act 1. The other stuff here we can ignore, so this, which loads quite some time, if you click it, will load all the available item of the app. But we don't need this for our shop because we want to have random items in it. And the trades are used again to determine which type of item should appear. In this case, I will leave it to Act 1. One last important thing. I'm not sure if this is a bug or not, but you have to remove the weapon trade here. Otherwise, the item will not be shown in the shop. So I have removed it, so no trades, but the pool trade is Act 1. So let's test this now. Start event, the tokens are placed. And if we open the shop now, we have 5 items, and the last item is Act 1, as I have said before. Okay. So now we will look at this green token here, which increases some other variables for the shop. But before we look at it, I'm going to show you how to close the shop. So as you saw here before, if I click yes and afterwards click close shop, the shop will not be visible anymore. So let's look at this event again. So the show shop event has a follow-up event called close shop, and the only thing it's doing is setting the shop component to be removed using the remove components action. Quite easy. Okay, now we will look at the green token. It does three different things. So first, there's a variable for restocking all the items in the shop. Then another important variable is the gold the heroes currently have to buy items. And as I said before, the fame, because it determines which items the heroes will see in the shop. So restocking is quite easy again. There's a built-in variable called restock, and we have to assign it to 1. So if you open the variable menu and go to the dollar variables, there's the restock variable here in the bottom. And if you set it to 1, the shop will automatically restock. Then the other event, the gold, quite easy too, a built-in variable called $% gold, and you just have to add more gold to it. Just be sure not to directly override it, because otherwise maybe the gold heroes have gained before will be set to a lower value. And the last variable, the fame, you can just add fame similar to the gold, and this will again determine if there are different items available for the heroes. So we will test this. If we look at the shop, the heroes currently have 0 gold, so they can't buy anything. And I will increase this to 100. Let's do it again, 200. Now we can buy some items. We want another item too, so the lucky charm. And now I want to restock the items, so I have different items available here. We'll do this using the restock action. And now different items are available. Just be warned, if you restock and the heroes have sold an item, they won't be able to buy it again in the shop. So it will completely disappear if it was one of the starting items. The other items may appear again because all this stuff is randomly selected. Okay, and now we can increase our fame a little bit, maybe to 10 for the legendary items. But this won't change here very much because we have mostly Act 1 weapons here, and those stuff could be legendary now. So how do you determine how the items are set? So for a legendary or epic level, I will show this in a second. Finding those is a little bit complicated because you have to check the Valkyrie source code to find the item levels. So those items are under Unity, assets, streaming assets, content, D2E for descent, MOMS for Mansions of Madness. For descent, it's D2E, base, and the items.ini. This file, for example, contains all the items of the base game. And you can see here, min fame and max fame shows the levels the heroes have to gain those items. So for example, the crossbow will only be shown if the heroes have a level of impressive, at least, or even celebrated. Those levels are not completely the same as in the Valkyrie editor. I'm not 100% sure how the levels fit, but those built-in variables I have shown before should be enough to see all the items if you set those 3 or 4. That's already everything I wanted to show for this video. It was a little bit shorter than the other ones, but the demo I built is enough to understand most of the shop logic. Maybe click around a little bit in the demo and then you should understand it. As always, I will add a link to the demo in the video notes. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.